Everyone, welcome to Bird Brain Gaming. Today's episode is my do-it-yourself arcade multicade that I completed about 2 years ago now. I'm going to show you what I made. So here's the arcade. When it's turned on, it's a multicade slash shoe rack. I'm going to turn the light on in a second. Here's the 2-player arcade stick. I'm going to turn the light on in a second. There we go. So you can get a better view. Here's the little remote for the LED. It controls the lights inside the marquee. So I have 2,706 games on this multicade. This one's in the stars are favorite games. I have 31 of them that could be placed, and then the list continues. Alright, let's go to our next game. Streets of Rage Part. Alright, next game. Next game. The Punisher. I believe this was on the Genesis. We have Nick Fury as player 2. Okay. Alright, next game. Next game we have The Simpsons arcade. So this has a mix of Genesis, SNES, Nintendo, and arcade games. Alright, next game. Next game, Alien vs. Predator. Anytime games could be taken off the favorites and added on for another. This is just my current favorites list. There's more I want to add, but I can't. X-Men, the arcade. I believe I have the Genesis X-Men 1 and 2 on this. I'll double check in a few.
Wolverine. In the 21st century, evil mutants led by Magneto aim to destroy the world. Humans can do nothing against the power of the evil mutants. The only hope is the X-Men.
Okay, next game. We have Super Mario Brothers 1. This is the only Mario Brothers game on here. I wish I had the other two. And the SNES one, but unfortunately they're not. But this one's still a classic. Okay, next game. We have Mutation Nation. It's a beat 'em up game. Okay, next game. We have Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, as it's named in Europe, but it's Ninja Turtles for the SNES, I believe.
Let it show! Let it show! Bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag!
Okay, next game. We have D&D Crew. I believe that's the name of the game. There's two different titled versions of this on the arcade. I don't know why I really love this game. I think the music is great for the first stage. It's a decent fighting game.
Check it out! Check it out! Shut up already! Damn! Shut up! Oh.
Alright, next game. We have Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I'm sure a lot of you guys and girls like this game. It's a classic one. Okay, next game. We have Splatterhouse 2, also known as Jason Voorhees' brother. Okay, next game. We have Comic Zone. I know this was on the Genesis. So the Pandora RRTV 11 Plus is what the gamepad is that holds all the games. I've got this on Amazon. So check Amazon. They have different models, versions. Okay, next game. We have Beyond Oasis for the Genesis, and I know they had the other version for Saturn. I'm not sure where else they have it. It's a pretty good game. Okay, next game. We have Castlevania Bloodlines. Okay, next game. It's a great game right there. A little tough. Next one is Truxton. A good shmup game. Shoot 'em up. This is one of my favorites growing up as a kid. I just love the music on this one. Next game. Next one, Burger Time, because we love our burgers. Okay, next game. We have Donkey Kong. This looks like it could be the NES version or the arcade, one of the two. Next game, Pac-Man, another classic. I also have Mrs. Pac-Man on this, and several other versions of Pac-Man, I guess. Okay, next game. We have, and here is liquor sales, but I'm sure you know what this game is. It's retitled different. I don't know if it's bartender. I don't remember the exact name. If you know it, just leave a comment. This game is pretty fun. Okay, next game. I have Night Slashers. I know there was I think a modded version that had Ash from Evil Dead movies with his chainsaw arm. I wish I could have that included, but I believe that was a mod. Okay, next game. Next game is Ninja Turtles, the arcade. I believe it's Ninja Turtles 2.
Cowabunga! Fire! Hang on, Nico. Attack!
Okay, next game. Tekken 2 3D. It's just Tekken 2. I think it's the PS2 version.
Round one. Fight!
KO. Yeah.
You win. Round 2. Fight.
Next game. Street Fighter EX Plus.
Round 1, fight.
Next game. We have Mortal Kombat 2. I'm not too sure which version. If it's SNES or Genesis.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Next game. We have Mortal Kombat 3.
Choose your destiny. Excellent. Fight. Cinder wins. Fight.
Next game. Mortal Kombat 4. Part 1 is very laggy on this, so I don't play it. It's slow. I don't know if it's an error with the emulation, so I just don't use it.
Sub-Zero. Choose your destiny. Round 1. Fight! Get over here!
Next game. Capcom versus SNK. So this will be the last one I show you for the favorites, and I'll just scroll over the list of titles for the rest of the games. You can always pause it to get a better reading of the names. They'll have odd titles and renamed and doubles.
Capcom versus SNK. Capcom versus this should mean you might form up your team. Let's go. Go, Sunbug. Corner of the mouse. Show your best. Let's go.
Target confirmed!
Round one, fight.
Alright, before I go over the list of games, I mean, you see some here already. Anytime you want to pause it to get a better read, you could do so when I scroll. But before I get to that, I'm just going to go over and around the arcade so you can see from every angle and how it looks. So let me just turn on the light. Obviously you see the marquee. This sign I ordered from Amazon. I think I paid about $6.99, somewhere around that line. It was between $5 and $10. They do have different ones. At the time, at least. I don't know what they have now. The stock changes. I did add 2 lines of LEDs behind it, which I got from Five Below. The joysticks I mentioned before is from Amazon. It's the Pandora 11. I know they have several different models and games. You could choose which one suits you and measure the size if you do want to build an arcade around it, because that's what I did with this. I bought this first from Amazon and I just built around it. Let's look at the side. I have a little Mario nightlight for the kids. I have the Back to the Future Lego DeLorean on top with the box and the Nintendo box for the Lego. Under here I have a little curtain to hide the shoe rack. Let me just lift it up. Inside is the shoe rack. It does fit several shoes. I could put boots down here. I mean, this shoe rack was recycled, and they used to actually, this shoe rack was in this spot before I built the arcade, so I just recycled it into the bottom part of the cabinet. I reinforced it. I mean, this was my very first arcade build. I managed to build this in about 10 days. The wood I got from Home Depot. I bought a 12 by 8 sheet of wood, which I then cut at home. It was a pain in the butt to get in the house because it couldn't fit in the elevator. I do live in an apartment. The side, I painted 3 colors. I mean, I thought about painting like a little mural or something. Maybe I'll do it down the road. We'll see. The other side is the same. Inside, I have a wall here, so I can't really get in there. And I used the jigsaw to cut the wood. It's approximately 6 feet tall and about maybe a foot and change long. I just wanted the size customized with this part of the wall because I wanted the arcade here in the house because, you know, the entrance is right there. So I wanted a shoe rack here. So I just incorporated it in the arcade. To turn it off, the wiring is a little messy right now, but the switch is actually inside here, behind it. And so I could figure out how to get something better. Turn it back on. When it's turned on, that's how it is. I just change the LEDs to any color I want, doesn't matter. I paid about, well, the monitor is about a 24-inch, which I got from a yard sale for about $25, I believe. The speakers are inside the marquee, which were $5 computer speakers from a yard sale. To adjust the volume, I just had to come up with a little, I don't know if you can see it here, there's a stick right here that's glued to the speaker that turns, it twists for the volume. That's all I could do at the spot of the moment. So maybe down the road I'll figure something to improve it, or we'll see what happens. I painted everything in black oil paint, the wood. I got a little plastic sheet, like an acrylic sheet, to go over the monitor so it doesn't get too dirty or no one accidentally takes their anger on losing a game. And also the marquee has a piece of glass that I think I also ordered from Amazon, and I cut to size to fit in the marquee. What else? The trim, I use acrylic paint. I use a blue metallic, like a glitter. So all around I ran acrylic paint, blue. I mean, that's the color I chose. And I also chose red and the same blue and orange. The bottom does have wheels to move around. It might be a little hard to see. These are small wheels. They do turn. I had to reinforce it because it did break at one point. So let's go over the games. So let me turn this light back off so you can see better. Alright, so you saw the King of Fighters that I have here. I'm just going to keep the angle focused on the titles. You can pause any time if you want to get a better look. Here's the next page. More King of Fighters. There's several versions. I'll just mention any notable games that I do like. I mean, I'm sure you have your own preferences. We got Double Dragon Plus over here. Marvel Superheroes, Marvel versus Street Fighter, X-Men Children of the Atom, X-Men versus Street Fighter. We have several Street Fighters. Gem Fighter, I have no idea what. Oh, okay, those are the mini ones, the Gem Fighters. Vampire, the Night Wars. WWF Superstars you saw earlier. Pit Fighter. Got Jackie Chan. Street Fighter 3s. Mutant Fighter. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's a pretty good fighter right there. Hyper Street Fighter. All Street Fighters, all of these. Just different versions. They're named differently, I guess. I don't know, they're customized mods probably. Mega Man the Power Battle. Samurai Showdown. And Part 2. Art of Fighting, Fatal Fury, all three of them. Power Instinct, never heard of that. I don't know most of these. Dragon Ball Z. Here's the first Mortal Kombat, but it's runs so slow I don't even play it. There's some kind of lag with the emulation. Super Punch Out. Dark Stalkers. Marvel Superheroes, the first one. Let's just keep going. These are other Street Fighters. Just most of them are doubles or triples and just renamed. Maybe has a slight difference in the emulation. King of Fighters, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I don't know. I've played several. Mostly I like beat 'em up games. That's my top preference. These are all King of Fighters. Arrow Fighter. Streets of Rage. 1, 2. There's 2 of them. The Last Blade. 1 and 2. Streets of Rage 3. We have the Golden Axe trilogy right here. Another final fight. We have, this is the NES Punch Out, I believe. We have the Metal Slugs. I have all of them, all 6, the first 6. I don't know if there was any more on any other platforms. Metal Slug X. We have 2, 3, 4, Metal Slug 5, and 6. Sengoku 3. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs 1 and 2. Well, I don't know if it's really 2, but Warriors of Fate, Knights of the Round, Willow, Missing in Action, Ghouls and Ghosts. This is the Genesis one. Let's play this one real quick. I do like this game. Trying this one-handed, it's not easy. Alright, so that's Ghouls and Ghosts. It's another old favorite of mine. Got Strider. I know it's a pretty good game. Dungeons and Dragons for all you D&D fans. And for you Stranger Things fans who got into D&D because of it. I mean, I do like D&D for a long time. I just never really started playing it until recently, and I haven't figured out everything on it yet. I just play a simplified version with my son. Mega Man 2, the Power Fighters. Half of these games I never heard of. We got Hook. We got RoboCop, Rambo 3, Moonwalker, Michael Jackson, Bad Dudes vs. Dragon Ninja, Alien Storm, Double Dragon 1. I think this is the arcade. I could be wrong. Double Dragon 2 and 3, Wild West Cowboys, Ninja Baseball Batman. We have regular Batman here. Sunset Riders. Altered Beast for the Genesis. Rampage. I don't know why it's named that. Wonder Boy and Monsterland. I think this is a different version from the Genesis. I do have the Genesis one. Renegade. Bonk's Adventure. I don't know which version this is. Superman with Shazam, Super Contra. We have I think this is the arcade Contra, the first one. Lode Runner 4. I'll just keep scrolling the names. You can always pause and see what it is. In the end of the video, I will be adding some pictures and whatever video clip I have actually building it. It's not much on video, but I do have several pictures during its development. So I'll share that with you guys in the end. There's so many games here, so many. Now I believe I paid about $120. It was between $110 to $120, maybe $130 most for the arcade stick with the emulations on it from Amazon. They are priced differently. You can always choose your preference and just play it as is, hook it up to the TV. Or you could build an arcade around it, which is a bigger challenge. Some of these games are off-titled, like the wrong title for a game. Mickey Mania. We got Wayne's World, Tailspin, Dick Tracy. I don't know if that Swamp Thing looks like. Real Monsters. R-Type. We have Truxton 2. Let me try this out. Supposedly, from what I hear on the backstory of Truxton 2, I believe it was not on any home system. I could be wrong. It might be exclusive to Japan. I'm not too sure, but it was never made in the States. I could be wrong, but I know it's kind of a rare game if you manage to find it in some platform. Alright, let's get on to this. I just wanted to see that for a second. So that's Truxton 2. Let's go on the list. got Bucky O'Hare over here. I know it's a lot of games. If you wish to just fast forward, do so at your choosing. Or if you want to see all the games titles, this is as fast as I could do it. And you can always pause and check the names. They may be unfamiliar, but this is what came with the joysticks that I bought from Amazon. Did I skip one? So when like I said before, when I bought the wood from Home Depot, they charged $80 for delivery because I do not drive. So in total, with the joystick, the monitor, the speakers, the marquee sign, and then any paints, I spent about $380-ish, around that price range. Maybe a little less, between $350 to $380 on everything, including delivery, to build this arcade. Now, for all of you Arcade 1-Up fans, they make good product, or any other brand that makes arcades. But the number of games is where I have my little issue with. I do want a lot of games. Variety is always best. So I figured I'll just buy my own emulated joystick, 2-player joystick, and just build around it. Because having an arcade was on my bucket list as a child. When I was younger, there was a candy store in my area, down the block from where I lived. And I used to go there after school every day and just watch people play arcades, and sometimes I'd play when I got the chance. And that place, they had Street Fighter 2, I believe, and Golden Axe in the arcade. So ever since then, I always wanted one for myself, but I couldn't afford a full-size arcade, especially an original, because they go for hundreds to a couple of thousand, and you only get maybe one or a few games on it. So I figured I'd just build my own for a fraction of the price and just get tons of emulated games, because it plays equally as well. At least a majority of them do. There's tons of sports games on here. There's racing, shooters, fighters, brawlers, you name it, this has it. Doesn't have every game known to man, but it does have a good amount. At least to keep you entertained for a long while. So I built this arcade, like I said before, in 2019, I think, in 10 days. The tools I used to build it, I bought in yard sales as well. Probably at least 80-90% of the tools I got from yard sales to build this. for a fraction of the price, because I love to save money. I mean, who doesn't? So I just cleaned out the saws, I took them apart, oiled them, greased them, got them running like new, and I just built the arcade from there. We're at 1,700 games. We got about another 1,000 games to go. I'll just try to get through this in a moderate pace, because I know this video is running a little long. Some of you may not like a long video, some of you will. That's fine. I just want to keep it balanced. If you like what you see so far, just hit that like button. Leave a comment down below if you built your own arcade, or if you do own one from any of the brands, the modern brands. Got Bubble Bobble here. It's a fun game. What is this one? Nightmare in the Dark. Oh, I played that one. That's okay. It's not too bad. Bubble Bobble 2. Donkey Kong 1. Donkey Kong 3. Junior. Got Dig Dug. The several Atari type games. I think they were re-platformed for NES. I'm not too sure. But there's several on here as well. Popeye. You got puzzle games. We're up to 2,000. Pac-Mania. Any other notable games? Snow Brothers 3. Don't know what that is. Robocop 2. Judge Dredd. G.I. Joe. Got all the load runners here. Oh, it looks like the same one. Oh. Windjammers? Interesting. Excite Bike, the NES one. Almost done. Under 100 games left. It's got Mortal Kombat I mentioned before is laggy. We got the Tekkens. I know these are all running good. I tested them out. And here's the end of the list. Alright, so we're back to the favorites. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is my homemade arcade. My Multicade. Hit that like button, leave a comment if you want, hit that bell notification for updated videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time on Bird Brain Gaming. Take care.